Oh, hello, it's homework time. Okay, so for your homework, there's 4 irregular shaped or combined rectangles, and you're gonna find the total area for each of them. So it says directions. Find the total area for each. It should say shape, it got cut off a little bit, right? Without the E, it would say shap. We need the E at the end to make the A say its name. Find the total area for each shape. Name on the top. Here we go. All right. So, on your worksheet, there are 4 irregular shapes. Meaning they are not your traditional rectangles. However, they are considered combined rectangles because they are made up of rectangles. So you have 4 of them. As you can see, the first 2, I already broke them apart for you and they're color coded. And then the last 2 you're going to do on your own, okay? So let's quickly review what a rectangle is. A rectangle is a shape with 4 sides, and the opposite sides are equal, and there are 4 right angles. Where are my markers? Oh my goodness. Okay. So we have a rectangle, 4 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 right angles or 4 90-degree angles, and the opposite sides are equal. So if this side, this width is 3 inches, this is 3 inches. If the length is 5 inches, the length on this side is 5 inches. Very important to know the opposite sides are equal because that's going to help us solve for the area for each rectangle in our combined rectangle. So I'm going to do number 1. They're not numbered, but the first one, and I'm going to do this one with you. You are going to do these 2 on your own, okay? So let us get started. Get a pencil, get ready. And remember, at any time during the video, you can pause, you can rewind. All right, so here we go. Now, this one here, I don't even have to think at first about where to break it up. It's already broken up into 2 rectangles. Rectangle 1, rectangle 2. So what we're going to do, we're going to write area equals length times width for one of them. And then right next door, area equals length times width for this bottom one. Let's focus on the top one first. So we're just looking at the top rectangle, just the pink one. And we need to ask ourselves, does it already show what the length and the width is? What do you think? The length is the longer side, the width is the shorter side. And yes, it does. The length is 8, the width is 3. So let's fill in our formula, solving for area. So area equals length is 8 times 3, the width. Area equals, and we are going to skip count 3 times. 8, 16, 24, stop. Remember, we start with our fists down as we skip count 1 finger at a time until we have 3 fingers up. It's 24 square inches because area is measured in square units, and the unit here are inches, IN. Okay. Now we're going to work. Let's just draw a little squiggly so I don't get confused. Now we're going to check out this smaller rectangle, and we ask ourselves, do I have the length and width of the rectangle? I see that one side is 4. However, this side going up and down the vertical length, the vertical side, I'm not sure because this 6 inches measures, and you see how it's like dead in the center, it measures the whole side. So whenever we have measurements, they're measuring the whole side. So that means we have our hole. And what we're going to do to solve for this, we're going to use our part hole. So I'm going to draw my little part hole. I draw a rectangle, look at that. I cut it in half. And then on my bottom piece, I draw a line going down. Okay? I'm going to get a piece of paper to put under this so it writes nicer. So part hole. Now, I see I have my hole, right? Because this is the whole thing, and I'm trying to find a part of it. So my hole is 6. So I'm going to put a 6 in the hole part, the whole area up here. And then I need to fill in these. Now, I know that opposite sides are equal, so let me look on my other side. There's nothing, so I'm definitely trying to find this one. Now, can I figure out what the pink part is? How many inches this pink section is? Yes, because I know opposite sides are equal. And what's directly opposite of this? 3. So this pink part is 3 inches. Okay, so my hole is 6, and then one of my parts is 3. And now I need to solve for my missing part. So remember in class we solved a bunch of these. We can either say what plus 3 equals 6, or we can subtract 6 minus 3. So I'm going to start at the 3 and I'm going to count up. Put a 3 in my head and count up. 3, 4, 5, 6. A 3 goes here. 3 and 3 is 6. 6 minus 3 is 3. 6 minus 3 is 3. So this is also 3 inches. So now I have my hair. I have my length and my width. So I'm going to fill in my formula. Area equals my length is 4, the longer side, times my width is 3. Now let's solve. We're going to skip count by 4s 3 times. 4, 8, 12, stop. 4 times 3 is 12 square inches. So I know that the area of this one here is 24 square inches, and the area of this is 12 square inches. How do I figure out the total area of this whole combined rectangle? I need to add my numbers together. So 24 plus 12 equals, I start in the ones place, 4, 5, 6. Go to the tens place, 2, 3. 36 square inches is my answer. And I'm going to box my answer. Sometimes it's good if you're showing a lot of work to box your answer so the person knowing can find it, or you, if I say, ooh, what did you get for that? You know where directly to go. That rectangle will show you your answer. So you're going to do this one on your own, okay? And I already divided it for you. Now let's go to this one. Now we need to divide this one on our own, okay? So what I like to do, we like to be strategic and see if we can break it up in a way that we don't have to solve for a missing side. So I'm going to use my Post-it. If I break it up this way, ooh, this looks good. I have my 7, my length, and my 4. What about this? Ooh, I'll have to solve for this side because this 9 is the whole thing. What if I break it up this way? I see that the length is 5, the width is 4. But then I'll have to solve for this missing part. So I'm going to just break it up. I'm going to choose a way. I'm going to go vertically, just like this. Okay? So I have 2 rectangles. If it's helpful for you, you can color them in. Okay. There we go. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to set up because I need to find two areas because I broke this down into two rectangles. So I'm going to put an area equals length times width here and an area equals length times width here. Okay, good, I'm recording. Woo! Alrighty, so let's get started. So let's look at the pink rectangle first. Do I have the length? I do, and I have the width. Now you have to be careful. You see this 7? This 7 is measuring from here all the way to here. We want to stay in the pink from here to here. This 5 measures from here to here. So that's our length for the pink rectangle. So area equals 5 and our width is 4 times 4. Area equals, let's count by 5s 4 times. 5, 10, 15, 20, and that's it. 20 square inches. Now I'm going to draw a little line. Okay. Now let's look at the blue. This is interesting. So, looking at the blue, I definitely have my length, and that is 9, because that's measuring from here to here. Now, I need to figure out this part, the width. Okay? So, I don't have it, so I'm going to draw out a part hole to try and figure it out. So I'm going to draw a rectangle. I'm going to cut it in half horizontally. And I'm going to make 2 on the bottom, okay? Now I'm going to fill it out. So I need this part here. Look at this whole line is 7. So I know from here, this end to this end is 7. So I have my hole. So I'm going to put a 7 on the top longer, bigger rectangle. See how this one is divided in half for 2 parts. Okay. Next, I need to find one of my parts because I need to solve for this part. So I want to figure out how long it is from this end to this end. Ooh, look at this. I know opposite sides are equal. So from here to here is 5. That means from here to here is 5. 5 is one of my missing pieces. And now I have 5 plus something equals 7, or 7 minus 5. And that's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to put a 5 in my head. I'm going to count up until I reach 7. 5, 6, 7, 2. So now I know that this blue portion is 2, right? This is 2. This is 5. 2 plus 5 equals the whole thing, 7. Alrighty. So let's fill in our formula. Area equals, what's the longer side? 9 times 2. Now I always start because the length is technically the longer side. However, if you happen to mix those up, or maybe you forget what's the length and which one is the length, which one is the width, it won't completely matter because in the end you'll get the same answer because we have what is called the commutative property, which I've taught you before. And that means we can flip multiplication equations.
Ms. Colhane, please come to the office. Ms. Colhane, please come to the office.
So we can solve 9 times 2 is 18, right? Area equals 18. 9, 18, stop. Or we can flip it. 2 times 9. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Okay? So it doesn't completely matter. However, for now, let's just practice. Longer side is our length. Square inches. These are all inches. Okay, so we're not done. We found the area of this. We found the area of this. Now we need to combine them, right? So let's do it. We need to add 20 plus 18. 8 in the ones place, 3 in the tens, 38 inches. Square, oh! Square inches. So important because if I just left it as inches, that just means like a straight line or the outside of something. like the perimeter. We need the area. That's square units. That's all the space inside. Okay, that's this. This one is, oh, I messed up. Whoops, one more. 20 square inches. Okay? So that's what we're counting when we do area. When we do perimeter, we add the outside, all the lengths together. Then we just leave it as inches. But this is square inches. All right, so you are going to do this one and this one on your own. And we will go over it tomorrow. Oh my goodness, the secret word. Woo! Holy moly. I would have gotten in trouble tomorrow. The secret word is forgetful. I can be very forgetful sometimes. Forgetful. All right, guys, I'll see you in the morning. You need to study. You have a spelling test tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday. You have your spelling test, so study your words. Read 20 minutes and log it. Bring in that log sheet for a prize tomorrow. And if you didn't finish your country paragraph or making your person, come in for tutoring in the morning so we can get that done, okay? I don't want to spend class time doing that. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. And I'll be here at 7:45. All right, bye-bye.